Stroke patients must eat these 4 foods and avoid these to protect blood vessels. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I am your old friend. Today we are going to talk about a very important topic. How can patients with cerebral infarction maintain their blood vessels through diet? If you or your family and friends are at risk of cerebral infarction or have already had a stroke, then you have to watch this video carefully. Cerebral infarction sounds scary, but in fact, if we eat the right things and avoid some pitfalls, we can make blood vessels healthier and reduce the risk of recurrence. Don't worry, I will talk to you clearly today and tell you the 4 eats and 4 don'ts diet secrets. I guarantee that you will find it simple and practical after listening. Let's talk about why diet is so important for cerebral infarction. Cerebral infarction, in simple terms, is that the blood vessels in the brain are blocked. Blood flow is not smooth, and brain cells are hypoxic and necrotic. This disease is not a trivial matter. If it is serious, it can paralyze people and even endanger their lives. Did you know? Nearly 800,000 people in the United States have a stroke every year, of which cerebral infarction accounts for the majority. Like John, who I know, he is in his 50s. He likes to eat hamburgers and fries. His blood pressure is frighteningly high. As a result, he suddenly had a cerebral infarction last year and couldn't move half of his body. The doctor told him that if he didn't change his diet, the risk of recurrence would be particularly high. So, control your mouth. It really saves your life. Our blood vessels are like water pipes at home. After long-term use, they are prone to accumulate garbage, blockage, and hardening. Help clean the blood vessels and keep them unobstructed. Eating the wrong things is like pouring oil into the water pipe, and sooner or later something bad will happen. What I want to share with you today is the 4 foods and 4 don'ts that patients with cerebral infarction must adhere to. They are all from science, combined with the advice of the American Heart Association and the experience of the nutritionists I consulted. They are absolutely down to earth, and European and American friends can also do it easily. For foods, these foods help you nourish your blood vessels. 1. Deep-sea fish, the scavenger of blood vessels. First thing to eat is deep-sea fish, such as salmon, mackerel, and sardines. These fish are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are simply scavengers for blood vessels. They can lower bad cholesterol in the blood, reduce inflammation on the blood vessel walls, and prevent blood clots from forming. Think about it. Blood clots are like small stones in the blood vessels, and it's troublesome if they are blocked. Omega-3 can make blood flow smoother and blood vessels softer. I have a friend, Lisa, whose father had a stroke, and the doctor recommended that she eat salmon 2-3 times a week. She thought it was expensive at first, but later found that frozen salmon in the supermarket was not bad. Fry it and add some vegetables, and it tastes great. The American Heart Association also recommends eating deep-sea fish twice a week, about 4 ounces each time, which is about the size of a palm-sized fish fillet. Can't cook? It doesn't matter. Bake it in the oven at 180 degrees for 15 minutes. Sprinkle some salt and lemon juice. Simple and healthy. If you really don't like fish, you can consider fish oil supplements, but you have to ask your doctor. Don't eat it randomly. 2. Green leafy vegetables, the nutritionist of blood vessels. Second thing to eat more is green leafy vegetables, such as spinach, kale, and Swiss chard. These vegetables are full of vitamin K, folic acid, and antioxidants, which can protect the inner wall of blood vessels and lower blood pressure, especially vitamin K, which can help blood vessel walls become stronger and less likely to rupture. I have a neighbor, Mike, who used to have high blood pressure. Later, his wife forced him to eat a bowl of spinach salad every day. After half a year, his blood pressure was much more stable, and the doctor praised him. How to eat green leafy vegetables. Simple. In the morning, make a spinach smoothie, throw in some bananas and milk, and the taste is super good. At noon, You can make a kale salad with some chicken breast, which is healthy and filling. These vegetables are everywhere in European and American supermarkets, and the price is not expensive. Don't be bothered. Only when the blood vessels are healthy can you spend more years with your family, right? 3. Nuts and seeds. The lubricant of blood vessels. Third good thing is nuts and seeds, such as almonds, walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds. These things contain healthy fats and fiber, which can lower bad cholesterol and protect blood vessels. Walnuts, in particular, contain a fatty acid called ELA, which is particularly friendly to cardiovascular and cerebrovascular diseases. Studies have shown that eating a handful of walnuts every day can make blood vessels more elastic. I have a colleague, Sarah, who used to feel tired all the time. Later, she started to eat a handful of almonds every morning for breakfast and mixed them with oatmeal. She felt much better, and her cholesterol level also dropped during physical examinations. However, nuts are high in calories, so don't eat too much. 20 to 30 grams a day is enough, which is almost a handful. Don't buy the ones with added salt and sugar. Pure natural ones are best. Look for raw nuts or unsalted nuts in the supermarket, and you can't go wrong. 4. Berries. Anti-aging drugs for blood vessels. Last one to eat is berries, such as blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries. These small fruits may look inconspicuous, but they are rich in antioxidants called anthocyanins, which can reduce vascular inflammation and prevent vascular aging. A study in the United States found that people who eat blueberries 3 times a week have a 30% lower risk of vascular sclerosis. How amazing! I have a friend named Tom who is a fitness trainer. He eats a bowl of Greek yogurt every morning with some blueberries and strawberries thrown in. He says that this makes his blood vessels feel younger. Berries are also easy to eat. You can eat them directly after washing them. They are also fine when frozen. Throwing them into smoothies or oatmeal tastes great. Frozen berries in supermarkets are usually cheaper than fresh ones, and the nutrition is similar, which is especially suitable for friends with limited budgets. 4. Don't eat, stay away from these things. 1. Trans fat, the number one killer of blood vessels. Okay, after talking about what to eat, let's talk about what to stay away from. The first thing you can't touch is trans fat. This thing is in many processed foods, such as potato chips, cookies, frozen pizza in supermarkets, and fried chicken and French fries in fast food restaurants. Trans fats will cause bad cholesterol to soar, blood vessel walls to thicken, and the risk of thrombosis to rise sharply. When John had a stroke, the doctor said that the hamburgers and fries he ate were the root of the problem. How to avoid trans fats? Look at the nutrition label on the food package. If there is partially hydrogenated oil or trans fat, put it back directly. European and American countries are now strictly controlling trans fats, and many products no longer contain them. But you still have to be careful, especially for cheap snacks and fast food. Don't harm your blood vessels for the sake of temporary comfort. 2. High salt foods. The invisible bomb of blood vessels. Second thing to eat less is high salt foods. Eating too much salt will increase blood pressure, and the blood vessel walls will be under great pressure, which will easily rupture over time. Foods like bacon, canned soup, potato chips, and instant noodles are all high salt consumers. The average American eats 3,400 milligrams of sodium per day, far exceeding the recommended 2,300 milligrams. Lisa's father used to love bacon sandwiches, but later switched to low-salt turkey, and his blood pressure was much better controlled. What to do? Use less salt when cooking, and use more herbs, lemon juice, garlic to season. When buying things, look at the labels and look for low sodium or no added salt. Don't always order takeout for meals. Make some simple salads and grilled dishes yourself. They are healthy and save money. 3. Refined sugar. The sweet trap of blood vessels. Third thing to avoid is refined sugar. Eating too much of these sweets, such as soda, candy, cakes, and donuts will cause blood sugar to soar, and the inner wall of the blood vessels will be easily inflamed and hardened over time. The American Diabetes Association says that excessive sugar intake is closely related to cardiovascular and cerebrovascular diseases. I have a friend, Emma, who loves to drink cola. Later, the risk of cerebral infarction was high. The doctor asked her to replace soda with water or sugar-free tea. After half a year, she felt lighter. What should I do if I want to eat sweets? Eat some fruits, such as the berries mentioned earlier. They are sweet enough and nutritious. If you really want sweets, choose some dark chocolate, the kind with 70% cocoa content. It's okay to eat less. Don't always drink sugary drinks. Fruit tea or water with honey will do. 4. Red meat and processed meat. The chronic poison of blood vessels. Last thing to eat less is red meat and processed meat, such as steak, sausage, ham, and bacon. These things are high in fat and cholesterol, and eating too much will make blood vessels clog faster. The American Heart Association recommends that red meat should be eaten no more than twice a week, and no more than 4 ounces each time. Mike used to eat steak 3 or 4 times a week, but later changed to chicken and fish, and his physical examination indicators improved a lot. What to do if you want to eat meat? Choose lean meat, such as chicken breast and turkey, or eat more beans, such as black beans and chickpeas, which are enough in protein and are also liked by blood vessels. When cooking, use more steaming and baking and less frying, which will reduce the oil and blood vessel burden. Small habits in life will make blood vessels healthier. It's not enough to just eat right, but you have to keep up with your lifestyle habits. Walking every day, even 30 minutes of brisk walking, can make blood circulation better. Smokers should quit smoking quickly, because tobacco will make blood vessels as hard as stone. You have to manage stress, learn meditation, yoga, or like Tom, walking the dog can also relieve stress. Don't stay up late for sleep. Get enough sleep for 7 to 8 hours so that your blood vessels have the energy to repair. Finally, I'll give you a word of advice. For cerebral infarction, prevention is more important than treatment. Keep your mouth shut and move your legs. Your blood vessels will thank you. John, Lisa, Mike, they all changed their diets, and their quality of life improved a lot. You can too. Try the 4 foods and 4 no foods I mentioned. With small changes every week, your blood vessels will become healthier and healthier. Well, that's all for today's sharing. If you find it useful, remember to like, subscribe, and share it with friends in need. Leave a message to tell me, what do you usually eat to protect your blood vessels? I will pick a few messages to reply. See you next time.